the second huge factor is the karma that you participate in, because going back to the first holy law that we talked about, the everlasting agreement between God and man is do no harm, protect and honor the free will of all beings, love the Lord your God, love your neighbor as yourself. Is it loving your neighbor as yourself to kill someone and eat them? Certainly not. So although I didn't go out and kill the cow or the pig, I'm participating in that karmic event in some way when I eat the flesh, right? And so when Jesus explains the diet, he firstly talks very highly of raw milk. He basically says that raw milk is one of the greatest foods God created for man to eat, because animals are meant for man, but we're supposed to eat what animals produce, not the animals themselves. So the milk and the eggs and whatnot. And if you think about what milk is, it's actually just a very compacted, densified plant product, because all that cows eat is grass and plants. And so it's the cow's digestive system that sort of like Shilajit. It's like compounded plant substances in liquid form. And so you've got the whole host of amino acids, vitamins and minerals, a lot of hormone health enzymes and digestive enzymes that heal the gut and reset gut bacteria. And then you have eggs, which are also part of what's allowed and encouraged in the Jesus diet, which again have a perfect amino acid profile, omega-3s, saturated fats. And he recommends, of course, lots of fruit and honey and vegetables, herbs, nuts, and seeds. It's all good. It's basically just like don't eat meat, and you're avoiding the karma that comes with that. So that's the dietary aspect of it. But the second big part of it is the fasting. And man, when you look at our country, America today, and we're the sickest, fattest nation in human history, a big part of that, to me, is the fact that almost nobody spends time not eating, And the Essenes also have something called the 7 pillars of Cosmotherapy. It's the pillar of air. Air is the most essential element for the human being to consume. Water, sunlight. We need sunlight for our nervous system and brain to function. Earth element, which is the foods we eat. And then you have movement is number 5. The body's meant to move because everything in the universe vibrates and moves. And then the 6th pillar is fasting or regeneration. And they believe that just as it's important to eat healthy foods, it's just as important to not eat, because then Jesus would say, you give the angels of the earthly mother the space to cleanse out your body, to replace old cells with new, and etc. And so they basically practiced intermittent fasting every day, and every Sabbath, of course, a 24-hour fast. And that was the second hardest part of the dietary change for me, was doing so much fasting. I had done a lot of fasting before, but never on an everyday kind of basis. But after a little while, some really cool things start happening. Number 1, your stomach shrinks, so your appetite goes way down, so you're just not as hungry. And with less digestion and hunger comes more energy. So you're way more alert, brain clarity. You need to sleep less as well, which is also nice. You can get an extra hour a day of being able to work and stuff. You can be very productive. But the hardest part of the diet is when Jesus teaches to, funnily enough, chew your food well. That to me, dude, has been the hardest part of the diet, as he says, chew your food until it's essentially liquid, because then you're helping your digestion, your digestive tract, to break down the food. And just like fasting, there's another huge problem with the modern American diet is everyone's just woofing down food, 5 or 6 bites, swallow, pile the next bite in. And it's like the first act of digestion begins here in the way you chew your food and your saliva breaks down the food.